I'm getting, I feel like a mummy. Empty heart, you should fill it with money. Comedian guy, you keep thinking you funny. I'ma laugh when you turn to it. Don't be capping like you really love me.
This is 2K Sports broadcasting from Brooklyn, New York. As the Nets take it to the heart. Here at the Barclays Center. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. For the Brooklyn Nets, they come into tonight's game after losing to Portland. Here's Francis. Pass to Adebayo. And stolen by Thibault. Here's Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
You can see Donovan Mitchell's speed and ability to get separation in transition. He is dangerous out there.
When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
And so here's Toronto following the bucket by the Nets. Shot clock at 6. Toronto needs to get off his shot. There's Wagner with the 3. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
It's tipped and stolen by Thibault. Toronto working the ball around now. Stolen by Jackson. And here's the fast break. Adebayo leading the way. Here's Christie. And off there. He misses his first shot of the night. The drive by Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
Well, why did Donovan Mitchell win the dunk contest? Case in point right there.
Pass to Christie. Here's Francis. Off target from three-point range. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Toronto. 3-point lead. Thibault on the wing. Wagner with it. Mitchell looking it over. Clock at 6. Wagner outside. Over Jackson. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. The Nets still looking like they're getting going. Here's Jackson. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Well, Jackson Jr. is an efficient rebounder, and he knows to send that one right back.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. And the Raptors making a change here. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks very much. Was able to talk with Jordi Fernandez for a minute. And his priority this time out is trying to make it hard for Donovan Mitchell. He told me Donovan is an elite 3-level scorer. It's going to take more than one player to slow him down. We need all 5 guys communicating and working together defensively. A big challenge, guys.
Thank you, David.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Ball. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Does not score with that shot. It's his second miss against 2 made shots. Jackson with it. Now guarded by Ball. Here's Mitchell. Into the lane. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
Garnett outside. The kick out to Williams. Garnett, the screen. Mitchell. The rebound by the Nets.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
Adebayo, the screen. Down low. Nice move. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. And here's the fast break. Ball leading the way. Hassel misses. Brooklyn trailing. Pass to Christie. Back to Nembhard. Stolen by Mitchell. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And here is Williams. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. 17 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Francis. Pass to Jackson. Over Williams. Jackson misses.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Raptors lead by 5. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Raptors?
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
They've also done a really good job taking advantage of miscues. Their defense has been stifling in this one.
And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
Here's Christie. Pass to Nembhard. Jackson with the screen. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Nets shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And both free throws good for Nembhard. Toronto leading by 3. Shepherd with the ball. Kicks it out to Wagner. Over Francis. Pass to Thibault. Now Wagner. 6 to shoot. On the wing, Williams. Now here's Wagner. Back to Williams. Driving inside. And again, no good by Toronto.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot. Boy, he really wanted that shot, trying to make the defense pay for leaving him that wide open.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And here are the Raptors now. It's a 3-point game. Wagner wide open. There's a screen by Robinson. And that one's good. Wagner.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
Well, you have to appreciate the defensive battle for sure. Both squads struggling on the offensive end. We call this grit and grind.
They recover it. And he jams it with authority.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Wagner outside. That doesn't go either for Wagner.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now because they're refusing to let him get comfortable. Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
And there's the call on Ty Jerome. That's his first foul.
Substitution for the away team.
Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Mitchell in the corner. No one near him. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Mitchell's got the lead up to 5 now for Toronto. And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Both teams will make substitutions. Doris, one of the more relentless players in the NBA, Donovan Mitchell.
Kevin, what I love about him is he loves the lead role. He feels very comfortable carrying tremendous responsibility on the offensive end. Donovan, one of the more confident players you'll meet.
Here's Christie. A three-pointer off the mark.
Second quarter.
Toronto leading by 5. Here's Mitchell. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Mitchell's got 10 points in the game. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Bucket is good.
I like watching Adebayo operate inside. He is so efficient down low.
Now ball. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Castle. Garnett wide open. From outside off the mark. Nets trailed by 5. Outside Jackson. .105 left to play here in the half. Here's Nembhard. Misses off the right iron. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. And Garnett with the slam.
Well, the length and intelligence of Kevin Garnett still making an impact at the rim.
The shot by Adebayo, no good.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Outside, Ball. Pass to Thibault. 6 on the shot clock. The 3. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Here's Nembhard. Now, here's Adebayo. Garnett with the block. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Up in time. And so it's Toronto bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. And we'll be right back after this. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Toronto leading by 7. Pass to Wagner. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Wagner's got the first points of the second half here for the Raptors. Here's Francis. Jackson in the corner. He takes it in.
And on that drive, Jackson so forceful, which helps him draw the foul there while taking the contact.
The Nets have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. And he sinks the second. Toronto with the ball. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Pass to Mitchell. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by Jackson. Nets trailed by 9. Inside. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, Franz Wagner grew up in Germany, but he says one of the reasons that I went to college in the U.S. was to learn a different mentality. The game is played more competitively and talking trash is welcome. I had it in me deep down, but that brought it out more. That combination of styles has helped him to this day. Kevin?
Great stuff, DA. Thanks. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Toronto leading by 5. And here is ball. Nothing on the board. Wagner outside. Wagner on the wing. Shoots. And again, Toronto no up.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And count it from 19 feet away. Wagner's got 5 points in the quarter.
What a great score. Franz Wagner gets it off quickly. So little time to react.
Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard and now arguably a top 25 player.
Garnett, right side. Wagner outside. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. Nets trailed by 5. Pass to Nembhard. Back to Jackson. Here's Christie. Jackson with the screen. Just 5 on the clock. No one near Adebayo as he lets it go. And a miss there on the triple. Wagner outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. That's 12 points for Franz Wagner.
That's about simply playing hard. Wagner doing what it takes to find a shot in the interior.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. He's ready to talk things through with the team. So both teams making some changes here. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Here's Jerome. Still without a basket. Knocks it loose. Williams with the steal. And Mitchell with a clear path to the hoop.
Donovan Mitchell cooking right now. Things look easy on the offensive end.
Out to the right wing. Outside to Rosen. Back to Jackson Davis. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
And look at how DeMar DeRozan tries to get the basketball around and trust his teammates. Love that he's allowing them to make plays.
Nets trailed by 7. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul. 1:12 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Jerome. Easily with it. Back to Jackson Davis. 6 to shoot. Here's Jerome. No good on the 3.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Outside, Ball. Mitchell wide open. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Mitchell's got the lead up to 10 now for Toronto. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Carrington. Still scoreless.
I always like to hold for the last shot right here.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance at momentum away from your opponent.
And you have to have an appreciation for Ball's passing skills. I mean, he just sees the floor beautifully, easily working the ball over to open teammates.
And the basket by Castle.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He knows every possession is critical now. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. During the last break, listened in on Darko Rajakovic talking to his team. He told his players, I love the energy right now. You look like you're having fun out there. Keep playing for each other because our chemistry looks great right now. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David. Right on the bucket.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Wagner, right side. Shoots from the corner. And Garnett with the slam.
Well, there's a reason this is the four-time NBA rebounding champion, KG, to the offensive glass.
Pass to Adebayo. Offline with his three. Toronto leading by 15. And here's Mitchell from the arc. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Garnett with the steal. Now the Raptors moving it up. The shot will not fall. Great D that time from Adebayo. Back to Jackson. Garnett with the block.
KG has always had tremendous instincts, sends another one back the way it came.
Wagner outside. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Raptors?
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
What about the defensive intensity they've had in this one? Jumping passing lanes, poking the ball away, just doing a great job creating chaos.
And here's Toronto. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Ball with a wide open look. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
Nets trail by 21. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Pass to Nembhard.
Who's got ball?
They set the screen. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
First team.
Toronto leading by 18. Now Ball. Pass to Wagner. And again, it's Toronto converting.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And here's Adebayo outside. Trains the three-pointer.
This is how Adebayo typically gets his points. Off the roll, off the lob, or off the glass.
Mitchell outside. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. That's now 22 points for Donovan Mitchell. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far.
2 minutes of play. Fourth quarter.
This one for three. Jackson controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Pass to Wagner. For three, Mitchell. And the three ball is good. Mitchell's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for Toronto.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Toronto.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Donovan Mitchell.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
We know this about Donovan Mitchell. This guy shows no fear even inside. Draws the foul there.
And Mitchell drops them both. 41 seconds left to play in the final quarter. DeRozan on the wing. Over Thibault. And it's DeRozan missing. Wagner outside. And finish off by Wagner.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
DeRozan on the wing. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise.
Went to Solomon, iced out the 10 for 600 on all our net. Paid it full like Mitch. Really having it. Got out there, started rapping, and 6 months later, I'm rich. No, I'm with some elegance. I'm with it some with a post, so I hope that you hesitant. If they make them wish that they never most of these just they be telling me. Man, I'm finna take over, I'm stamping it. How you this shit they selling ain't ready. Left your dog in that rain and ain't help with it. How is you solid, you ain't never dealt with it. You see me, I come different, I'm blessed with it. We ain't got the rollie, it go with my necklace. 30 for both, you could you mess with it. Can't do the show if it don't gotta check with it. These popo, I swear they irrelevant. Hating like I don't know, that's really jealous. Knowing they mad that they no longer next to me. Know that I in the that I rep. Got out there, started rapping, and 6 months later, I'm rich.
Repeat it. I'm with the ride with the blah blah. All that like Kel ain't get it. Yeah, I'm with all that. I'm with all that. All that? Yeah, I'm with all that. I'm with all that. All that. All that. All that. I'm with all that.
This is 2K Sports broadcasting from Brooklyn, New York, as the Nets take it to the hardwood here at the Barclays Center. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. For the Brooklyn Nets, they come into tonight's game after losing to the Charlotte Hornets. Booker. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard, and now...
Oh, Paul George, let him hear you with that finish. That is nicely done.
Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez.
Now, I asked Coach about what he has in store to try and slow down Devin Booker. He laughed and told me they've lost sleep over how to defend him. They mentioned how, with and without the ball, Devin can hurt you. So Booker will have their total focus on defense. And Devin will have our total focus as well. Devin?
Thank you, David.
Yeah, the pick and roll is something Devin Booker suits his mindset and his skill set. Gives him a chance to attack whatever weak spot you've got.
Pass to Christie. Adebayo the screen. Releases. 4 on the clock. And the first shot of the night for him missing. Here now the Clippers. It's George on the wing. No good on the triple.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in it.
Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Rodman with the rebound. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
And the three-pointer, a big part of KCP's game. About half his shots come from out there.
Here's Jackson. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. No one near Turner as he lets it go. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Here's Francis. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Christie. 6 to shoot. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Well, the pick didn't exactly neutralize the defender, but good concentration on the finish to still get the basket.
Rodman. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
Instinctual playmaker. Booker very crafty in distributing to his teammates.
Here's Francis. Second chance shot. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo. Adebayo's got 7 points.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Rodman sets a screen. That puts them in the lead. 5 points in the game.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
It's Nembhard on the wing. And stolen by Booker. 3-on-3 from deep three-point land. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Yeah, one of his many attributes, guys. Booker is hard to stay with when he's pulling up off the dribble.
To the middle. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Pass to Turner. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Here's Christie. There's 31 seconds left here in the first quarter. Down low. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
And this is too easy for Adebayo. Once he's close to the rim, he is going to damage it.
Inside, Turner. And Turner throws it down.
You can see he just has a great overall feel for this game. Excellent job tonight.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
For 3, Caldwell-Pope. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Clippers lead.
19.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, the Clippers are intent on winning big. Coach Tyronn Lue said half of it is great talent, and I think half of it is execution. When you get to the playoffs, it's a whole different animal. We got to be 100% execution with our talent. That makes for a dangerous team. Kevin?
Very dangerous. All right, David. And a wide open look for Hachimura. Sinks the three-pointer. Hachimura's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Nets trailed by 3. Pass to Carrington. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Johnson, a wide open look. And again, it's the Clippers from deep. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
Brooklyn with the ball. 6-point game. They host the Kings after this game, and that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Here's Hachimura. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Hachimura's got 5 points in the quarter. And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. He's ready to talk things through with the team. So it's Brooklyn now, trailing here by 8. Pass to Christie. To the paint. Here's Francis. And that one is hammered home.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay?
And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Here's Christie. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Keldon Johnson. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Jackson up top. Back to Adebayo. Pass to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And anytime Jackson gets near the rim, it's pretty much a done deal.
All up top. Still scoreless. To the inside. Poke loose. Jackson looking it over. Here's Christie. The Clippers grab the miss.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with the miss.
Here's Paul. Got it from 16 feet. And the Clippers lead by 6.
His entire career, he has been a knockdown mid-range shooter. Go ahead, CP3.
And it's Adebayo in the corner. Outside Jackson. And it goes down 2 points. Jackson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Pass to Boucher. A 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
There's 1:17 left in the first half of the game. Here's Francis. To the middle. Here's Jackson. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Clippers leading by 7. Now Paul. No one near Reeves as he lets it go.
Timeout.
And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
Substitutions.
50 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Carrington. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to Jackson Davis.
Get there.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jerome. No good.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Turner for 3. Offensive rebound. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. No good on the 3.
I always like to hold for the last shot right here.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance at momentum away from your opponent. Booker
looking around. Up in time. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one, a great performance from the field. We come back right after this. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you, 2 quarters in the books. GA, when we think about Devin Booker's scoring ability, he always has been ahead of the curve.
The youngest player ever to score 70 in a game, amongst the youngest to get to 10,000 points. Booker is on a historic scoring pace.
Count it, good.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Booker with no one around. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple. And I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
Certainly, DA is a two-way threat. Fades. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
And that one, good. Francis has got 6.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. And here's George. Defended by Christie. Out to Turner. From the arc. Good on the triple. He has 7.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Here's Christie. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Turner. And here we go. Fast break. Booker's got it. From past the arc. Rebounded by the Nets.
Not how they hoped to start this half. 1 for 5, brick after brick. Let's start building the building.
And the foul on Miles Turner. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Here's Christie. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Christie's got his second basket of the game.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Booker outside. 6 on the shot clock. Turner. And it's Turner finishing it off.
For Miles Turner, so much of this is about confidence. You love to see him convert in there. That is nice.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. You know, Doris, there's a notion that big men can take a little longer to develop. What have you seen from Miles Turner?
He's turned himself into a complete basketball player, Kevin, and think there were years because he was playing alongside another big that he was out of position. But he can shoot the basketball with range, he's got strength, and he's a tremendous shot blocker.
The shot by Turner, no good. That's trailed by 4. Inside. The shot's good from Christie. Christie's got 4 this quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Paul with the ball. Takes it off the glass.
How about the ability to knife inside the defense? Chris Paul has been outstanding as a dribble driver his entire career.
Pass to DeRozan. Here's Jerome. Off target from outside. Clippers leading by 4. Out to the wing. To the paint. Back to Reeves. All alone. again, Los Angeles. And Brooklyn has possession. 50 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Jerome. DeRozan surveying the D. In the corner, it's Bazley. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
And here is Paul. Pass to Reeves. Launches it. Buries it from three-point range. Reeves has got 8 points. Nets trailed by 9. Here's Jerome. Still yet to score. Here's Bazley to end the run. Boucher with the rebound. Paul outside. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. The Clippers on top. Up 9. Wow.
47.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. And so Booker will bring it up for the Clippers. Shoots over DeRozan. Back to Booker. For 3. Booker sinks the 3.
Devin Booker ready on the opportunity to take any 3 he gets. That is pretty.
Pass to DeRozan. Here's Francis. The shot from the low post is good.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Outside, George. Down low. And the jam by Dennis Rodman.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Was up a 3, and there's the call on Devin Booker. That is his first foul of the game. The Nets making a switch here. Here's Christie. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Team seconds.
And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early, and just one more will put him over the limit.
Shoots it. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
He's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Booker, right side. A leaner.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in. Boy, you have to be cognizant of where people are when the shot goes up. Defenders not blocking out in that instance.
To the wing on the left. Jackson with the screen. And Adebayo throws it down.
And how about Adebayo kicking it into high gear offensively?
The drive by Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
They set the screen. Pass to Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it fly. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Clippers leading by 9. Kicks it out to Rodman. Caldwell Pope outside. Rodman sends a screen. And Contavious Caldwell Pope with a 3.
And just a smooth customer off that pick and roll. KCP making a quick assessment and decides to take it for himself.
Pass to Francis. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. He's 4 for 6 from the field with that miss. George looking over the floor. 18 feet out. That one a little long.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
1:11 left here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Jackson. Adebayo the screen. 5 to shoot. Over Turner. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Clippers.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Devin Booker.
Well, unselfish basketball. His ability to create for others has been the story of this game.
The shot by Adebayo, no good. Well, for the Clippers, they can just run out the clock. Booker, no good. Here's Christie. So the Clippers winning this one easily. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, Jay, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks.
You good?
How about that Rory looking like Magnum P.I. Sipping the jasmine tea. Don't play with me. You know what's good. 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 Yeah. You know what's good. I know what's good.
40 G's for some furniture I keep outside. Stop by the shade store and I clean my ride. Take the off the seat, you know they. I never posted this one, so they don't know it's my whip. I'm all on FaceTime with her. I'm kinda love how the talk is so appealing. You heartbroke, contemplating about. I free that. Bounce back with 6. 2017, I was spending that on rent. And you ain't gotta like me, it's some that will. You can talk on YouTube, but I'm making these meals. My crib's so ducked off, I can bike when I feel. And I really be sparing you. Pull up in that 992 and yo, know what's going on. Thanks to that. You know what's good. 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 You know what's good.
40 G's for some furniture I keep outside. Stop by the shade store, then I clean my ride. Take the off the seat, you know they never posted this
my whip. That was my whip.
My mind is set, my grind is set, my heart on ice.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, former NBA players Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, with David Aldridge joining us courtside. Last outing for the Nets, it was a loss to Portland. Hardaway with the steal, and the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Cavaliers moving the ball around. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Pass to Nembhard. Outside for Jackson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. To the middle. Here's Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Here's Francis. Here's Adebayo. Comes up empty down low. Here's Jordan. Out to Hardaway. Back to Gafford. Stolen by Jackson. And here's the fast break. Adebayo leading the way.
Those long arms of Jackson Jr. getting in the passing lanes.
And Richard, when it comes to Jaren Jackson, there's a lot to appreciate. My goodness.
Oh, I love that he can guard 1 through 5. Really a modern defensive NBA big man. He can go back to the basket or he can face up. He doesn't need the ball to make a huge impact.
Jordan wide open. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin, had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez. Now, we spoke briefly about how critical it is to slow down Paolo Banchero. Coach said he can be a force on offense when he gets a couple to fall. The energy and effort from our guys has to be high if we want to contain him. We'll see if that team can contain Banchero out there, guys. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David.
Slow start, 1 of 4 to begin this game.
Pass to Francis. Adebayo the screen. With the teardrop. And he sinks the layup.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
On the wing, Jordan. Over Jackson. And another miss by Cleveland.
Still very early, but that's not the start they want. 1 for 5 shooting.
Lets it go with the 3. Rebound by Paolo Banchero.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Back to Jordan. And there is a whistle. That goes on Andrew Nembhard. That's his first foul. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. And that one drops for him.
Yeah, nice timing there on that catch and shoot. Jordan with such a musical rhythm to his game.
Pass to Nembhard. Here's Christie. Here's the screen. Shot clock at 6. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, and Francis, he's an athletic point guard, plays with tremendous confidence, and really knows how to motivate his teammates.
The Cavaliers trailing. Here's Holiday. And the rejection by Jackson. There's the drive. Pass to Christie. Jackson with the screen. And the Nets miss again. Jordan drives in. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Yeah, catching the defender there off balance. Jordan with the great strength to convert through contact. Let's see what he can do there at the line.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. 1:14 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Francis. Pass to Christie. Here's the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Oh, that was a nice find by Francis. He spots a wide-open man and hits him in rhythm.
Jordan outside. Here's Messi. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Here's Christie. Outside Jackson. Fires from deep. No good. That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3. And here are the Cavaliers now, trailing by 2. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Outside Jordan. From the arc. Rebound Brooklyn.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
Jackson with the screen. Pass to Baszler. And stolen by Jordan. It could go. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Nets lead by 2. 2K Sports.
7.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes, that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable simply for the love of the game.
Oh, this is what you love seeing. Jackson Jr. using that size advantage on the offensive glass.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with this guy. And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. Rebounded by the Nets.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the plate and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Adebayo with the ball. He's picked up by White. From deep. Banchero grabs the board.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Pass to Adebayo. And there's the call on Michael Jordan. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's Christie. Nembhard with it. Just 5 to shoot. Driving inside. And the rejection by Gafford.
Into the lineup for your next.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Christie. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Cleveland with the ball. Trailing by 2. Now, here's Jordan. He has 5. Cleveland moving it around. Knocked away. It's stolen by Adebayo.
Bam is a menace defensively. This time he uses those active hands to start the break.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard and now arguably a top 25 player.
Here's Francis, and he slams it one-handed.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Here's Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
And what a strong finish from Banchero. His guys love when he throws it down.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, coming out of high school at 6'0", Derek White didn't receive any full scholarship offers. He says it was humbling, but it drove me to get better. Each time you have the doubters, you just put a little chip on your shoulder. The 29th pick overall in 2017 has come a long way. Kevin, those chips are still there.
You're so right, David. Thanks. He's become a heck of a player. Clock at 6. Jordan, that's for 2. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
It's stolen by White. Puts up a 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Now Adebayo fires for 3. And it's White with the rebound.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
And Gafford throws it down.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. .102 left now here in the second. DeRozan a screen. From about 19 feet, here's Jackson Davis. And it's blocked. Left side Jackson. No good on the triple. Brooklyn trailing. And it's blocked. Shot and game clock separated by 5. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
in terms of point of attack, on-ball defenders, it does not get better than Jrue Holiday. He is relentless and has great length as well.
Here's Jerome. Back to Jackson Davis. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
The Nets shooting their third free throw shot of the game. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Cavaliers on top, up by 1. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Here's Jordan. Pass to Gafford. Back to Jordan. Screen by Gafford. Jacks up a 3. Jordan's shot is off.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
Here's Christie. It's stolen by Banchero. And here we go. Fast break. Jordan's got it. Knocks down the 3 ball. Jordan's got the lead up to 4 now for the Cavs.
There's a ferocity and intensity to Jordan, but he also has the finesse and skill. It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Outside Hardaway. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Jordan, and it's good. The time running down on the shot clock. Jordan's got the lead back up to 4 now for Cleveland. Jackson with the screen. Down low. It's stolen by Banchero. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Screen by Gafford. And it's Banchero missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star grade in 2024, Paolo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instantly.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Here's Francis. He's got 6. Jackson with the screen. Another shot. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. The Cavaliers leading by 6. Pass to Jordan. Over Christie. Rebounded by the Nets.
And even though he hasn't been himself, it hasn't affected his team too much. They've still got the lead.
Jackson gets the bucket.
Guys, it's ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. So both teams making some changes here. And here are the Cavaliers now. 4-point game. Here's White. Jerome with the rebound. Pass to Baisley. Outside DeRozan. Baisley sets a screen to the paint. A slam dunk by Baisley.
Just a clever play by DeRozan, using the pick and roll to make space for someone else.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Pass to White. Lets it go from deep. Good. good, and the assist goes to Jordan. White's got 8 points.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And here's DeRozan. Still yet to score. Here's Jackson Davis. Nisi grabs the rebound. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Jordan, he's open. And they cash in right away with the quick shot.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
Here's Jerome. Out to DeRozan. Paisley sets a screen. And it's DeRozan missing. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Jordan looking around. "16 seconds left to play in the third. White wide open. He fires. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Harrington. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Good if it goes. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers heading to the bench with a 7. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Nets trailed by 7. Taken away by Holiday. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Derek White, he's one of the most valuable guards, Richard, in the NBA.
White can play the one, he can shoot the ball, plus he is an all-league defender. So Derek White gives you everything you want in your backcourt. And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
Pass to Christie. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Cavaliers.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
And it's Banchero missing.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
No one near Adebayo as he lets it go. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Adebayo stretching his range, able to connect there.
Pass to Holiday. And here is Hardaway. It's White on the wing. 5 on the clock. 3-pointer. Drills it from outside.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Francis. Adebayo the screen. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
That one is on Holiday.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
The first one falls. Both teams will make substitutions. He hits both from the stripe. Final quarter here, and we're just over 1.5 minutes through it. Outside, White. Jordan outside. Shoots over DeRozan. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Jordan's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Well, Jordan's jumper is just pure, especially at that range.
Pass to Adebayo. Here's Francis. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Second personal foul.
Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Cavaliers?
They're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
And another place they're finding success is in transition. They've been working hard to get ahead of the defense and find those easy ones.
Here's Jordan. The fadeaway J off the mark.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
To the inside. And Adebayo throws it down.
Big time from Bam. This guy's played in the finals, so Adebayo knows how to handle the pressure.
And Carroll. No good that time. Great D that time from Adebayo. Left side, Jordan. No one near Banchero as he lets it go. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
And this is the type of go-to scorer this team wants Banchero to be. They love his confidence.
And the dunk by Jackson.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty. And he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. And there's a minute 45 left in the game. Pass to Banchero. Banchero draws the double. 6 to shoot. Misses off the left iron. That's trailed by 6. Now here's Adebayo. And here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Won't shy away from the big moment. No hesitation from Jackson Jr. on that shot.
Jordan outside. Outside White. Inside. Nisi. Kicks it out to Jordan. Down low. Here's Oubre. And finished off by Oubre.
A powerful finisher. Oubre Jr., you deserve to get dunked on when you let him get inside.
To the inside. Count it!
And look who shows up in the clutch. The readiness of Adebayo paying off big time.
To the middle. White. Good.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
Here's Jordan. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. In the corner, it's Gafford. Back to Jordan. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
Outside Hardaway. And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
Shooting for Cleveland, Daniel Gafford.
And the technical free throw is good.
On the court.
We see the Cavaliers get the win here. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense